Channel, the source for the latest news and fashion stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Today, we bring you intriguing news. Catherine glamorous in most tiara and glittering outfits as she rocks in bold style. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has had a lot of unique things in her royal wardrobe over the last 15 years, but not many are as interesting as a tiara. A tiara is never just a piece of jewellery that looks regal. It is a piece of art that shows the history of kings, queens, and hundreds of years of rights. Every time Catherine wears one, it symbolises a significant moment in the changing visual narrative of the British monarchy. People do not wear tiaras very often these days. Tradition says that they may only wear them to the most formal nighttime events, such as state banquets, diplomatic festivities, and royal weddings. This is quite different from the high-class society of the early 1900s. This does not happen very often, but when it does, it means a lot. Every tiara that Catherine wears not only shows off her style, but it also tells the narrative of the crown itself. Catherine's tiara appearances have told a great story about how she has changed over time. Every item of jewellery she wears shows how far she has come since she was a newlywed duchess and now the Princess of Wales and future Queen Consort. For example, the small halo she wore on her wedding day and the old diamonds she now carries back from the royal vault. Some of her tiaras remind her of Diana, Princess of Wales, while others bring back items that have not been seen in a long time. The best way to understand how beautiful and important Catherine's tiara collection is to look at her most recent appearances and then go back in time. The tiaras of Princess Catherine. A look at royal dress from the past to the present. Catherine's collection of tiaras expanded a lot when she wore the Oriental circlet tiara for the first time during a royal luncheon at Buckingham Palace in 2025. People who study royal history and jewels from all over the world were instantly interested in the style. The Oriental circlet tiara is one of the most historically significant items of royal jewellery. Queen Victoria requested it in the 1800s. Garrard, the royal jeweller, made it with help from her husband, Prince Albert. The design of the tiara is one of a kind and really gorgeous. It contains a sequence of diamond arches that are inspired by Mughal architecture. These arches make the crown form higher and more dramatic than most of the tiaras Catherine has worn. The tiara originally had opals and diamonds on it, but subsequently it was changed to include rubies surrounded by diamonds that were etched in a very attractive way. The Oriental circlet looks amazing at sunset because it has hundreds of diamonds set in beautiful patterns. It is one of the most stunning tiaras in the royal collection since it is so tall. Catherine wore a long Jenny Packham evening gown and the tiara to the state dinner. The dress had a pretty periwinkle blue colour that shone a bit in the light of the castle ballroom. It had a cape-like pattern that flowed. She wore her hair in a low, smooth chignon so that the tiara would fit and the arches would be easy to see. Catherine wore a royal collection bracelet and diamond chandelier earrings with the outfit. Fashion experts think that the Oriental circlet tiara is highly significant in history. The tiara was made by Prince Albert, who was born in Germany. Catherine wore the diamond to a state supper for international visitors to show that the British royal family had strong ties to Europe. The first episode also showed that Catherine was growing increasingly influential in the royal household. One of the most beautiful tiaras in the royal collection is the Oriental circlet. When Catherine wore it, it showed that she was strong and could be trusted, which is something that only older royal ladies usually obtain. Those who are interested in the royal family quickly became aware of the fact that this was one of the most stunning tiara appearances that Catherine has ever undertaken. Additionally, Catherine attended yet another state banquet the year after that. This time around, she wore the Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara, which was already very intimately associated with her royal rank. In 1914, the tiara was crafted specifically for Queen Mary. Arches of shimmering diamonds are suspended from the ceiling, while enormous drops of pearls are suspended from the arches. As you wear it, the pearls move in a gentle manner, which gives the impression that it is beautiful and dazzling. The tiara gained widespread recognition in the 1980s as a result of Princess Diana's use of it in various public settings. There is a possibility that the Lover's Knot tiara is Catherine's most well-known crown. The stunning deep burgundy velvet gown that she wore was designed by Alexander McQueen, and she wore it to the state banquet that was held in 2025 to honour the Emperor of Qatar. The fact that it had long sleeves and a waist that seemed to be constructed of stone gave the impression that it was worn by a female monarch. With the thick velvet fabric, the diamonds and pearls seemed much more beautiful than they already did. Putting the finishing touches on her look, she wore diamond cluster earrings and a bracelet that is said to have been Princess Diana's. In addition, the bodice of the robe has royal family orders that have been sewn on. These orders were issued by Queen Elizabeth II and King Charles III. Those who are knowledgeable about fashion have said that the gown performed an excellent job of illustrating how Catherine's royal image has developed over the course of time by combining contemporary design with historical relevance. In 2023, Catherine startled royal admirers by reintroducing the Strathmore Rose Tiara, which is yet another tiara that has been around for a long time. It was during a state banquet held at Buckingham Palace in honour of the President of South Korea that she wore the costume for the very first time. A garland-like ring of small diamond blossoms surrounds the Queen Mother's tiara, giving the impression that the tiara is a garland. When compared to other royal tiaras, the Strathmore Rose takes up a lower position on the head, which gives it an appearance that is both stunning and somewhat unearthly. When she wore the tiara, Catherine donned an evening dress by Jenny Packham that had a brilliant white colour. The garment included crystal embroidery that seemed to sparkle in the light of the castle, as well as cape sleeves that flowed freely. In order to preserve the rose patterns, she arranged her hair in a sleek chignon and wore it like that. Due to the fact that the tiara had not been seen in public for a number of years,